We're going to start today with some breaking news that's happened over the past couple of hours. And a lot of people, including myself, thought that Xabi Alonso would be on his way from Leverkusen in the summer. But he's not. He is staying put for the time being. He won't be going to Bayern. He won't be going to Liverpool. He won't be going anywhere in the summer. Here's why, from him himself, he came to that decision.
We've been pretty busy. We've been pretty focused, and I wanted to use that time of the international break to reflect a little bit better and to take a decision. And last week, I had a very good meeting with Simon, with Fernando, with Sir Merin, when I informed them that my decision to continue being coach of Bayer Leverkusen. For sure, all the decisions you need to analyze well, and I try to take the right ones. I try to take them that I feel that they come in a natural way, and at this moment I feel that this is the right place for me to develop as a coach. I am a young coach, but I have to feel it, and right now I feel that this is the right place.
Are you surprised by his decision, Ali?
Not really, actually. I know a lot of people would be because of the options that were out there. You're talking about potentially Liverpool, potentially Bayern Munich, maybe in the future Real Madrid. That was part of the conversation as well. But if you hear from him there, he's essentially telling you, look, I had these conversations and I'm very meticulous and I'm very careful in the way I go about making decisions. And it's not just about the opportunities that are available, it's what I feel. And that is something intangible. That is not something that we can analyze. That is a conversation that he's had with himself, with his loved one, with his pillows, when he's about to go to sleep and thinking, what is best for me? Then you have to go back into beyond the analytics, beyond the data, beyond all the things that come into the decision, what you feel in your heart and your soul. And obviously in his heart and in his soul, he wants to see where this Leverkusen experience is going to go. Remember, when he took charge of Bayer Leverkusen, they were flirting with relegation. And now they're on the verge of winning Bundesliga. So the trend is obviously upwards. And so how better can it get for Bayer Leverkusen and Xabi Alonso? Well, he wants to explore that with his young players and the group of players that he has put together. I don't blame him. He's talking about continue to prepare himself as a manager in order to then move on into what would be perceived as a bigger job or a bigger position. But what is there for Leverkusen to achieve? I think he wants to find that out himself, and he wants to lead this group of guys in doing so. Maybe Leverkusen becomes a dominant team. We don't know. We really don't know that that's going to be the case or not because of the economics of the game. But regardless, he wants to feel it. He wants to sense it. He wants to go with his heart and his soul, and his heart tells him to stay at Leverkusen. So I don't blame him.
They could win the treble this year. The likelihood is they'll win the Bundesliga. They're in the semi-final of the Pokal, and they're through in Europe. So I don't know how you improve upon a treble. So is it a gamble? Is he playing the long game here?
I don't see it as a gamble. Even if let's it's not my style, but let's go down negativity corner. Let's go down the negative way of thinking. And let's just say that Leverkusen blows up next year and they're not nearly as good as they were this year. And he has struggles and injuries and suspensions and absences, and the players are not playing at the same level. I don't think that reflects very poorly on Xabi Alonso. I honestly don't think that he loses value or luster because, again, as I just mentioned, you just have to go back to the original point of the conversation. He took a team that was near relegation to a title in a matter of a year. That, I think, speaks for itself. And even if he were to have a difficult season with Leverkusen next year, or if Bayern Munich were to get better, or Dortmund were to get better, or Leipzig were to get better, and they were not competing at the top of Bundesliga, I don't think the opportunity stopped for Xabi Alonso. I think he's impressive enough, and he has built enough equity to where when the opportunities come about, he's going to be a name at the top of everybody's list.
Yeah, that's a good point you make. Regardless of what happens next season, if he has this success this season, which he's having, he's not going to be a one-season wonder. He's going to be someone that is of interest. But you look since 2011, that was the last time both Bayern and Liverpool had vacancies in the same summer. So it basically tells you these jobs, certainly Liverpool, Bayern maybe a little bit more, don't come around too often. So we'll see what happens with Xabi Alonso. But as you heard from the man himself, he is staying put with Leverkusen on the back, probably, of a first ever Bundesliga title.